Waterfalls and the Maverick Spirit, Part 1. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do so that you don't miss another episode going forward. This is Ajay, your host, an ordinary maverick, sharing real-life thoughts and experiences and maverick tips. So waterfalls, well, who doesn't love waterfalls, right? There's just something so majestic and so awe-inspiring about them. While reflecting, I see a distinct connect with the waterfall and the maverick spirit. You know, once the water flows over the crest, there's no turning back. One falls forward, just like in the maverick formula, remember? Falling forward. Now, I must say, we as a family have had quite a relationship with waterfalls. And come to think of it, I've had it since a child. So let's do a waterfall count, something similar to a head count, We have visited several of them over the years. Rahatgarh Falls, Bhedaghat Falls, Victoria Falls, several falls in South Africa, big and small. Niagara Falls, Iguazu Falls, Duns Falls, Howick Falls, Tugela Falls, Lisbon Falls, Macmac Falls. Quite a long list, don't you agree? I did speak about the birding list in one of my episodes, and here is now a waterfall list. Each waterfall is unique. We have trekked up the waterfall, swum in the waterfall, navigated rapids, sailed into the waterfall, and even gotten to the edge of a waterfall and looked down the steep fall. Yes, you can imagine what an experience that would have been for us. I've been privileged to experience 3 out of the 5 most famous waterfalls in the world. The Iguazu Falls between Brazil and Argentina, said to be the most beautiful waterfalls in the world. The Niagara Falls, bordering between USA and Canada. And then the Victoria Falls, bordering between Zambia and Zimbabwe. It's one of the 7 natural wonders of the world and the major waterfall on the Zambezi River in Africa. It is famous for being the largest waterfall in the world in the wet season. Did you know that the falls are also called Mosi Ua Tonya, the smoke that thunders? This essentially is happening because the water is making a roaring noise as it falls over the cliff and down into the Zambezi River below. Now, I did say that each waterfall is unique, and we have done different activities, some of which were quite daring, I must say. One of such daring activity was swimming to the Devil's Pool in the Victoria Falls. Right on the edge of this massive waterfall, a pool of water formed. This is known as the Devil's Pool, and one can actually swim in this pool straddling the edge of the Victoria Falls. Even now, as I close my eyes, the feeling of looking down the edge of the waterfall while holding on tightly to the ledge and water gushing all around us cannot be forgotten. One of the takeaways from the Devil's Pool was that one should always be open to new experiences. Take chances and just go with the flow. It's also critical to follow instructions and have a trust factor. So very important to trust the team that you are with. We had a guide who had more than 2,000 trips to the Devil's Pool along with the visitors, and in him we had complete trust. My wife and I followed all the instructions and successfully navigated the Devil's Pool. Isn't that linked to leadership? Trust, following instructions and being in the moment and depending on each other with full confidence of achieving success. And then there were the Duns Falls in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Now, if anyone listening has had this experience, you will know when I say these falls are again a lifetime experience. Here is where we climb the waterfall. Yes, you heard it right, climb it. Starting from the bottom, climbing rocks, managing against the current of water and the slippery bottom, slipping down many a times, but picking up and starting the climb once again. Here again, following the instructions is critical, and taking it slow, not being in a hurry, and savoring the moment. We climbed the falls with our girls when they were very little, maybe 4 and 5 years old, and I must say that the adventure maverick spirit was very much alive even at that young age. Both of them completed the climb, and that's something we celebrated together reaching the top. And here was a life lesson. What seems difficult in the beginning looks easy at the end, and more importantly, you enjoy the ride and the journey itself. Let me tell you another story. We were returning from Agra, the city with the beautiful Taj Mahal in India. It was winter time. It was myself, my wife, with our two girls. We were driving in our car. It was night time, and we were about an hour away from Delhi, our home at that point in time. Without warning, the fog descended on us. It was eerie. Suddenly, we were engulfed in a thick fog and we couldn't see anything in front of us. I must say, I've never been that alarmed and scared, more so as we were traveling as a family. And then it struck me, we could only see as much as the immediate headlights of the car in front of us, which would be a good 2.5 meters. While we knew our destination, we were concentrating on successfully navigating the immediate distance in front of us that was illuminated with the headlight. And that's life. Focus on the immediate in front of you. Do that well. Navigate it successfully, and you'll be closer to your destination, your final goal. However, it's important and critical that the goal is defined and is clear. Waterfalls show us through demonstration that if one is flexible, no one can hurt you. You adapt, and that leads to happiness. Waterfalls go through anything and fall. Just like that, we should travel in life navigating the boulders, the challenges towards free falling and towards happiness. Waterfalls and water itself is so powerful, it doesn't stop until it reaches the destination. A loud shout out to folks who have written to me at theordinarymaverick@gmail.com and expressed your interest to join me in one of the episodes. We will revert back to you shortly. Write in your comments, share your feedback. This is Ajay, your host, signing off. Stay well, stay safe.